Am I a hater if I call it ass? Real question. Welcome back to Movie Ivy, the channel where I'm going to review today's movies because most of them are pretty shit and you deserve to know the truth about how shitty some of these movies are. Yeah. Welcome back. If you're new here, I'm literally just going to be telling my unfiltered truth for the first time ever. I'm not really editing this or my opinions hardcore to please anybody else. This is just going to be my honest truth about the movies I watch. And this is kind of a new format for me. I'm on the floor, so you feel more comfortable and I feel more comfortable, and we just kind of feel like family. So, yeah. Welcome to that. All that aside, we have to get into Five Nights at Freddy 2 because I watched it, and I don't want to spoil it, but I don't. Am I a hater if I call it ass? Real question. Am I a hater if I call it ass? Because I thought it was really ass, but let's get into why I thought it was so bad. Okay, let's go. So Five Nights at Freddy 2 just follows Mike, Vanessa, and Abby like a year after the events of the first movie, how they're kind of like dealing with life after all that trauma, and then like how, of course, Five Nights at Freddy's comes back. Blase, blase. Really simple shit. The synopsis is not that deep. But I do have to say, I feel like this script was so elementary. It felt like a kindergartner picture book. Like, it was so elementary. It was so flat. I felt nothing. I was just kind of like over it. I kind of forgot a lot of the dialogue because that's how flat it was. Okay? And I think that's what I hate about it the most. Like, how elementary this whole thing felt. This felt like a middle school, elementary, fourth grader kid type of movie. That's exactly what it felt like, and I think that's why I hated it so much. Because the first one, in my opinion, didn't feel like that. And this is why I hate sequels. They ruin what the first one built, and it turned into a whole fucking thing, and I hated it. And sorry. I hated how elementary this whole movie felt. But before I really tear into this movie, let's talk about some highlights that I saw in this movie. Because every movie has a highlight, no matter how bad it is. And I think the highlight in this movie, for me at least, was seeing all the cameos. Like, there was a ton of cameos. I love Corey Kitchen. I love seeing Corey Kitchen. I love Matthew Lillard. I love seeing Matthew Lillard. I love Skeet Ulrich. I love seeing Skeet Ulrich. That was really cool. It made me smile. Made my heart smile. It was a really good moment for me. I think there was some good jump scares in there. Like, I actually jumped a few times, and I jump kind of easily. Like, it's really easy to make me jump, but at the same time, I'm still gonna give it its credit. Like, there was a few jump scares that I was just like, ooh, ah. And I really appreciate that. And the marionette, she was the scariest person I saw this whole movie. She was really fun. Loved it. She terrified me in whatever form she was in, so I think that was really great. That's a really good, big highlight for me. But that's really all I have to say about highlights for this movie. That's the only things that, like, were really important to me. Everything else fucking sucks. And speaking of sucking, let's just get into the major grievances I have with this movie. Really, really hardcore. Let me flip my squid inside out, because I'm actually upset with this movie. One sec. Okay, sorry, I had to get my little baby squid, because my big squid doesn't flip. But this is how upset I am with this movie. My major grievances. Okay, so, like, I know I kept saying it before, but the script just really felt elementary. It just felt like a little kid wrote it. It had, like, no depth. I really didn't really feel like a beginning, middle, or an end. And it's like, it was just no real dialogue. It was just like passing phrases, in my opinion. Like, oh, leave us alone. You can't tell us the truth. Like, nothing at all. It was just like, give me nothing. And it did give us nothing. I was so upset just looking at it, and it made me really, really bored. Like, maybe an hour into it, maybe not even an hour into it, but I got really bored because it's just like, they're not talking about anything. And so I'm like just mainly relying on visual things, and even that's not enough to just keep me and my mind interested. Like, I got really bored and my popcorn ran out, and I was just like, well, no, I'm just kind of sitting here watching this for you. You're welcome. But the acting wasn't terrible. The actors did amazing. Josh Hutcherson, McKenna Grace, that's the only two names I can remember at the moment. They did really well, but again, what can they do when they have such a shitty script? Like, what can they really do to, like, make the magic really happen? It's not their fault. It didn't fall on them. But again, the script was just so fucking shitty. It made me so upset. And another thing that I really didn't like about this movie was the pacing. And I feel like I have like a problem with pacing so often, but that's just because it's a big problem in Hollywood nowadays. We don't pace things, okay? Either it's going so fast that we can't sit and enjoy what's actually happening, or it's going so slow and then we're rushing at the end that I don't really even know what's going on, or nor do I really care at this point. And I feel like what really happened, like the pacing was so bad, like we like built so long building up the story, then the action was like 10 minutes long, and at that point I was just like, it's 25 minutes left in the movie, get to the point. Are they fighting or what? Are they gonna do this or what? It was just like a lot of back and forth for nothing. And it really made me upset. Like, fix your pacing. Why am I watching an hour of dumb shit? I'm sorry. It really made me upset. I'm sorry. Oh, and then the Mikey and Vanessa, like, will they, won't they storyline type of thing. It was so fucking dumb. And I'm sorry. I wish I could have invested more into it, but the dialogue was so bad that I would rather pay attention to Abby's story, which got taken away from because of the Mike and Vanessa, like, will they, won't they type of thing, which sucks, because I'd really rather look at Abby. She was more entertaining, and she had better lines. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how to express how frustrating it was. Just, like, seeing everybody read, like, this elementary dialogue. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to express how frustrating it was, but and then we're moving on to the ending. The ending sucked so hard. And you wanna know why it sucked so hard? Because they tried to make a cliffhanger. Well, not even try. They did make a cliffhanger, but it wasn't a good cliffhanger. Because you obviously can tell that they're rooting for a third movie. And it's just like, what if we don't get a third movie? Or what if we don't want a third movie? Because this trash can ass second movie. Like, what if we don't want a third one? Or what if we don't get a third one? Now we're kind of left on this cliffhanger of like, oh, Vanessa's now the marionette, and Mike told Vanessa to stay away from them. Like, now we have this cliffhanger that we can do nothing with, that it just doesn't work in a movie format. It works in a game format, yes, but in a movie format, that kind of cliffhanger just doesn't make sense and doesn't work. So I hate that they, like, ended it off with that, because it just, so many more questions that doesn't need to be questions happened. Like, it was not satisfying to look at whatsoever. It made me so upset, and kind of just felt like the story got kind of, like, cut in half, and we didn't really get anywhere else. And it's so, like, I've already spent an hour and 45 minutes in the movie, and then you just kind of cut it off at another plot point for what, a third movie? Like, do we even know we're gonna get this movie? Do we even know we're gonna get that movie? I don't know! Who knows? It was stupid. It made me so upset. Like, if you're gonna cliffhang me, at least cliffhang me with something that I know that I could be maybe satisfied if we didn't get another movie. If you understand what I'm saying. But, shit talking aside, I do have to highlight my favorite moment ever, just because it just kind of made it worth it for me, seeing Corey Kenshin in the movie, because, again, Corey Kenshin, I love him, I love the gaming channel, it really made a difference to me. He's so funny, and I think this was the only time I laughed or really smiled during this whole movie, because the rest of it was so fucking dumb, and I really can't stress this enough. But my favorite moment in this whole movie was just seeing Corey Kenshin in his, like, 3 minutes of screen time. He made it entertaining, he made it fun. The rest of it, again, was just elementary, stupid, and it just could have been better. I think the hype from the first movie just got to them maybe in the second movie, and we just really failed at a lot of points, I feel like. My final thought is, like, this probably shouldn't have been released in the theaters. I feel like this would be more suited as like a Peacock movie, and I'm not saying that it's cheap or calling Peacock cheap or anything like that, but like, I feel like the theatrical release and all that just kind of really let me down more than anything with this movie, because it just doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. That's the best way I can word it, that it just doesn't fit the movie theaters. And I'm so sorry to say that. I probably would have preferred to just go watch this in streaming and save myself like $60, $70 at the movies to watch a movie that I didn't enjoy, and there were so many things they could have fixed. Me personally. So I won't watch this movie again, and I probably recommend that you probably just wait till it comes out on streaming to watch this movie, because spending $30 on a movie ticket for a movie that is just not well developed is in this economy, be so fucking for real. Don't do it. Save yourself some money and some time. I am so sorry to like shit in your dreams like this. If you're it knows who's this catering to, okay? If like you're like a diehard Five Nights at Freddy fans, you might actually enjoy it. It's probably catering to you. And no offense to the nerds, because I am a nerd, but like the nerds probably love this movie. Like I'm sorry. But moral of the story is, I'm not watching this movie again. Maybe in like a background noise type of way, but like don't go spend $70 at the movie theater to go watch this movie because you're probably going to be really disappointed. And it's not that great. I should have listened to Rotten Tomatoes. I don't know why I thought that was wrong. It's not wrong this time. And all in all, I'm gonna give it like 2.5 Ivies out of 5, just to be nice, and so I don't be attacked as much, I guess, so what, so far. But just to be nice, and to prove that I tried to enjoy this movie, but like it just really, there's so many points that I could probably dive deeper into, but I won't, because like, we'll be here for hours, but it was so fucking bad. And I really wish I could have just like, not. So yeah, this has been Movie Ivy. Thank you for listening to me complain about this movie. I am so sorry you did have to hear that. I hope you enjoy. Comment, like, subscribe, whatever. Let's have a conversation. Did you enjoy it? If you did, tell me why you enjoyed it, because I'm really curious as to how that could be physically possible. But again, what do I know? But yeah, just let me know in the comments. Thanks for joining. See you next time.